destruction. Tonight, you may have a testimony of what God did in your life, how He set you free, how He healed you, how He restored marriages, broken families, and that's what our God does.
You see, religion cannot save you. There's nothing about religion that can save you. I want you to know the God of heaven. I want you to know the God that created you.
There's so many millennials out there that are millennials, Generation Z, that are bombarded with Facebook and social media and all these things. What would you tell the young Christians to look for when it comes to who they decide to vote for?
You got to look for candidates that best align with biblical values. It doesn't mean every candidate's going to line up completely, but the best, okay? Because and these are moral issues too that we're talking about. Homosexuality is sin. Adultery is sin. Stealing is sin. Lying is sin. You want candidates that best align with God's principles. And so I would encourage the millennials to really look for candidates, and they may be in a different party. But vote for them if they line up the most to what you believe as a Christian.
Things have changed. Our country has changed. Society has changed. We're millennials, and millennials, we could do things that, you baby boomers couldn't do. Well, first of all, let me just say God's laws are the same, okay? I don't care what generation you're born in. His laws were the same 1,000 years ago as they are today, or they're going to be 1,000,000 years from now. They just don't change. God says, I am the Lord thy God, and I change not. Say something about sex. God gave sex, okay? It's to be used in a marriage relationship between a man and a woman. It's not meant to be used between two women. It's not meant to be used between two men. It's to be used in a marriage relationship between a man and a woman. And unfortunately, Hollywood, the entertainment industry, so they want to push sex, that it is okay. And everybody should do it. Everybody should sample. Everybody ought to try it. And I was reading the paper the other day how just here in California, how the sexually transmitted diseases are up like something like 40%. Let me tell you something. There is a danger when you step outside of God's laws. You are at risk, and you're putting yourself, your life, and your body, your health at risk when you step outside of God's boundaries. God gave sex. He wants you to use it, to enjoy it, but it's to be used in marriage. And there are many of you here, you're guilty of sexual sins, and it's bothered you. You know you're wrong, but you just went along because other people were doing it. And the Bible says that we've all sinned and we've come short of God's glory, and that the wages of sin is death. That's the penalty, okay? It's death. So what hope do we have? Oh, our hope is God's love.